Okay, let's get this out the way real quick.
Right statute that might otherwise be infringing.
Did it play? Let's play it again.
Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
All right, we got that out the way. So, let me see what I got going on real quick. Why am I not showing them? Okay. All right. So, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the first time this is my first time on live by myself in a long time. I haven't been on my own page in a couple years. This page is formerly Inspiring Minds, and I decided to, get a fresh start, change the name. Still got the same followers, though. All I did was change the name on Facebook, and soon I'll be streaming on YouTube. I just got to get everything situated. So I appreciate everybody who has popped in. I'm sure some more people are going to hop on once I get on as time, moves forward. But I'm going to give a little preface about what I plan on doing with this channel. I'm more of I don't really want to get too far into local politics. That's just not really my thing. So you won't really see a whole lot of me, critiquing local politics too much. I will, when I feel that there's something that needs to be spoken about. But I feel like, this is just a way for me to, express myself, express my feelings about other things that are going on outside of, local Flint politics, which, there's enough commentary about, Flint politics that's going on. So, you can definitely find, what you're looking for, if you're looking for a commentary when it comes to, city council and things of that nature, school board and things of that nature. Now, I will, dabble every now and then, but no, I got other things that I see that I need to, I like to express or speak about. So, I did not watch the inauguration, but I did happen to hear a few things. So I started looking around on YouTube, and let me just say that DL Hughley is one of my favorite comedians, and I caught him talking about Elon Musk and his Nazi expression, alleged Nazi expression. So I'm gonna play this little video real quick. It's a few minutes long, but I'll be sitting here and I'll pause and we can speak on it. If y'all want to chat, you can go ahead. But here it is.
Exist, and you were yelled down as an anti-Semite. But a man demonstrated a move twice that was clearly a Nazi. I tell you what, if Elon Musk did that in Germany, he'd have went to jail. If he did it in Austria, he'd have went to jail. If you do that at your job, you lose. And the only place you can make a Nazi salute and keep your job is the White House. But I'm watching people going forward. Like I heard somebody say, well, I don't know why people are mad at entertainers. They're not mad at Biden and Obama. Biden and Obama swore an oath for the presidency of the United States. And that is to comport yourself in a way that uplifts the office, whether you like who's inheriting it or not. The only person who hasn't lived up to that oath is Trump. So you can say, well, that you're not mad at them. That's like if you own a McDonald's, you can't change the recipe because you ain't happy with them. It's a franchise. It is what it is. You have signed on for this job, and that job entails you doing things you don't like, going to funerals, shaking hands, being cordial, and having a peaceful transfer of power. The only one who hasn't done it is Trump, and now he's the metric we set it by. That is called, they took a oath, and they lived up to their duties. They lived up to their oaths. And when it comes to what Snoop and Nelly and Rick Ross and Soldier Boy, they are entertainers. They can do what they want. I understand that. But you can't get mad at backlash. Stop conflating them with Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and the wealthiest people in the world. Well, they did that. Those wealthy men, those wealthy white men, they bought in. You can't say they sold out. They bought in. They're going to get a direct benefit from their association with Trump, and they don't need anybody else. I don't know that Snoop or Nelly or Rick Ross or Soldier Boy can say that same thing. And stop telling me, well, they can do what they want. If MAGA can get upset, MAGA got so upset about people that it thought betrayed them, they wanted to kill them on 4 years ago. They stormed the Capitol to kill them. Hang Mike Pence. Hang Mike Pence. You remember that?
Y'all remember that?
I mean, that probably won't go in history books now, but that was a real thing. MAGA got upset with Liz Cheney. MAGA got upset with anybody who they thought betrayed them. And the betrayal could be just living up to your oath. So if that's because they thought you were one of them and you turned out to do something that there was an anathema to them. Black people can feel the same way. They can feel the same way. You're entitled to do whatever you want to do beyond recrimination. But I do think it's interesting that there were more black people genuflecting and rapping in front of him and performing for him than he will ever put in front of their cabinet. He'll never put them in the cabinet. And you ever notice you never hear them yell DEI when a black person is rapping, singing, dancing, jumping, or running, because that's our province. They only say DEI when you encroach where white men should go. They only say DEI when you do something they think only they have the right to do. So it's never DEI when you're doing what you're supposed to do. When you're DJing and being Snoop and DJing a party, they ain't gonna get mad. That's what you're supposed to do. Try to lead, then it's DEI. Try to be a doctor or an airplane pilot, or try to be a president, or try to be a senator. Hear the calls of DEI. But not when you DJ and rap and dance and run. That's what they expect you to do. There were more black people who performed from him and genuflected in front of him yesterday than will ever be in his cabinet in any significant position. Even all the black people who calling him daddy now didn't get a cabinet. They didn't even get the secretary position of secretaries. So let's be clear. We are a tribal nation. They want people who they find a kinship with to be loyal, and they get to decide what the parameters of that loyalty is. You can't bite the hand that feeds you and then get mad that they're angry. You can't say, I'm going to do something that the people who supported me for a long time don't like and then have a residency in Vegas. You can't do that and have an album. You can't do that and have a party or concert.
Can y'all hear me?
I tell you what, here's the way I'll leave it. If MAGA can get mad at the people they thought were disloyal, surely niggas have the right to get mad at the people they think are disloyal. That's a little note from the GED section. Got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes.
All right. I'm not sure. Are y'all able to hear me? I'm not seeing my microphone, my sound. Can somebody comment? Hey, babe, can somebody comment? Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right, so any thoughts about what DL had to say? Because I feel pretty similar to how he feels when it comes to people talking about, people selling out or whatnot, or performing, using their talents to perform for the president. I wouldn't have done it, but I understand why they did it. I won't be supporting them anymore, but I'm not going to tell anybody else not to. That's just me. That's not my thing. But, meanwhile, we're still here drinking bad water here in Flint, bathing in water that's bad. So we got other things to worry about around here. So, I got two other videos that I wanted to play. But I'm gonna set up a time to get to those a little bit later on. I ain't gonna be on here too long, really. Matter of fact, but how I'm gonna do this whole podcast thing is every time I get on, there's gonna be a section of my show called Mr. Clack's Class, the little known Black History fact. Now, anybody that has ever, been in my class, whether, it's be elementary or middle or even high school, they know Mr. Clack gonna come with some Black history. I don't care what subject it is. We gonna talk about something. You're gonna learn something other than Martin Luther King having a dream. You're gonna learn something other than Rosa Parks sat down on the front of the front of the bus. That's just how I am. That's just me. I feel like we need to know. So um, today I got 2 videos. I'll be getting to those shortly, but I also put a disclaimer up, so anything that I play, hopefully I won't be copyright stricken. But I listen to a lot of different people. I watch a lot of different podcasts. I hardly even listen to music anymore. I'm always watching somebody. What's up, Snow? He one of the people that I watch. I'm always watching, 810. I'm always watching, Councilwoman Burns, Councilman Davis. I'm always watching, something local. I'm always watching, not even local. I watch the Young Turks. I watch Dr. Rashard Ritchie. I watch a lot of different people. So I take in a lot of information. This channel is my way of giving the information that I feel is important back out. So, I do appreciate engagement. So if you got questions, if y'all want to, you comment, if you agree with what I'm saying, if you disagree with what I'm saying, all that's cool. We just gonna be respectful over here. I don't plan on, doing no cussing. I don't plan on doing no, none of that. So, I don't plan on talking bad about. Let me not say that too, but we're gonna keep it respectful over here. All right. I didn't share it yet, but I will. But yeah, so we're gonna be respectful over here. So hopefully this is the first of many episodes that that I bring information to you all, and hopefully, everything will go smooth and be successful. Yeah, I like. Let me see. My bad, Snow. Let me see. Share the live. Share to. I don't even think I'm not. I don't even think. Yeah, I gotta. I don't even follow anybody on this any on this page to. I gotta even do that. So, what's up, Miss J? How y'all doing? Everybody, I appreciate y'all for coming in to this first. Again, hopefully first of many episodes of Mr. Clack's class, and hopefully I'm able to give you some information that you leave here feeling like glad you came and not just like, man, I just sat through some bull. I will say before I'm gonna just get into this real quick. I hope I don't have to say anything. Say it again. Clack is cool with everybody. I'm definitely I'm definitely cool with 810. Those are my people. I'm cool with Snow. That's my man's. I'm cool with Rich Jones. I watch his show. I'm cool. I'm cool with Art. I'm cool with Councilwoman Burns. I'm cool with everybody. I'm cool. Carol. I watch the sisters. What's their show? I watch. What's their show? Clutching My Pearls with Dr. Weaver and them. I watch Councilman Davis. I watch everybody. I think that everybody has information that's pertinent needs to get out. I just gonna let them handle the local politics, and we can do this over here. Like I said in the beginning, before most of y'all came on, I will I will kind of touch on some local politics, but that's not really my focus here on this channel. Maybe I'll set up a different one in the future, and we can do local stuff then, but that's not really my focus right now. I want to stay kind of out of the fray a little bit, so to speak. But we are going to community conversation with Carol and Carol and Stephanie. I watch them. I watch everybody, and I appreciate everybody for all the information that they put out, because people could be doing anything. It's not easy to sit in front of a camera and talk to people. I know it's not easy for me. I don't really like doing a whole lot of public speaking. But I do it. So, it is what it is. So I'm not going to play that whole video. Hey, Miss Coulter, I'm not going to play that whole video that I played in the beginning. Because it was, a couple minutes long. How about I play a little bit of it? Because there's a few more people that are on right now.
It was the 20th, happened yesterday. It was Martin Luther King's birthday, and also the swearing in of the 47th president of the United States of America. And already the contortions to explain what we have seen are happening. We watched Elon Musk throw up twice what was a Nazi symbol. Twice. And you had the ADL come out and say no, that they come out and defended it and poo-pooed and said it wasn't so. I tell you what, I will say this. It's interesting that a couple of months ago, if you said something, the very organization or one of the organizations, if you said something, anything positive, you could say Palestinians deserve the right to exist, and you were yelled down as an anti-Semite. But a man demonstrated a move twice that was clearly a Nazi. I tell you what, if Elon Musk did that in Germany, he'd have went to jail. If he did it in Austria, he'd have went to jail. If you do that at your job, you lose. And the only place you can make a Nazi salute and keep your job is the White House. But I'm watching people contort. Like I heard somebody say, well, I don't know why people are mad at entertainers. They're not mad at Biden and Obama. Biden and Obama swore an oath for the presidency of the United States. And that is to comport yourself in a way that uplifts the office, whether you like who's inheriting it or not. The only person who hasn't lived up to that oath is Trump. So you can say, well, that you're not mad at them. That's like if you own a McDonald's, you can't change the recipe because you ain't happy with it. It's a franchise. It is what it is. You have signed on for this job, and that job entails you doing things you don't like, going to funerals, shaking hands, being cordial, and having a peaceful transfer of power. The only one who hasn't done it is Trump, and now he's the metric we set it by. That is called, they took a oath and they lived up to their duties. They lived up to their oaths. And when it comes to what Snoop and Nelly and Rick Ross and Soulja Boy, they are entertainers. They can do what they want. I understand that. But you can't get mad at backlash. Stop conflating them with Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and the wealthiest people in the world. Well, they did that. Those wealthy men, those wealthy white men, they bought in. You can't say they sold out. They bought in. They're going to get a direct benefit from their association with Trump, and they don't need anybody else. I don't know that Snoop or Nelly or Rick Ross or Soulja Boy can say that same thing. And stop telling me, well, they can do what they want. If MAGA can get upset, MAGA got so upset about people that it thought betrayed them, they wanted to kill them on 4 years ago. They stormed the Capitol to kill them. Hang Mike Pence. Hang Mike Pence. You remember that? I mean, that probably won't go in history books now, but that was a real thing. MAGA got upset with Liz Cheney. You can't bite the hand that feeds you and then get mad that they're angry. You can't say, I'm going to do something that the people who supported me for a long time don't like and then have a residency in Vegas. You can't do that and have an album. You can't do that and have a party or concert. I tell you what, here's the way I'll leave it. If MAGA can get mad at the people they thought were disloyal, surely niggas have the right to get mad at the people they think are disloyal. That's
all right. And he's talking about black people talking about boycotting Snoop and Nelly and Soulja Boy. So that's DL's views, and I kind of feel the same. I can't really say nothing about it. I really can't say nothing bad about it. They did what they did. They had to secure their bag, get their money. I don't agree with it. I wouldn't have done it, but it is what it is. I'm not an entertainer. So, and anyway, and I was watching, I forgot who that was I was watching, but who's to say that we have to have entertainers be our leaders anyway? We got people that are, I'm not saying that they're not influential or they're not, smart in their own right or whatnot, but who's to say that they got to be the voice for all black people? Who's to say that Snoop is the one? Who's to even say that everybody supports Snoop or likes Snoop music? it's straight, if you want to go, back for what it was, but you're exactly right. Malcolm X. That's exactly what it was. Good looking out, Snow. That's exactly who it was. Who's to say that, why do we have to have, basketball players and, movie stars and musicians speak up on behalf of all Black people? We got people that, went to the moon. We got people that, did all type of prestigious things. And, we have people that are geniuses that can speak on our behalf. It doesn't necessarily have to be people that bounce a ball or, hold a microphone. So, but you know what? As that leads me to, I'm gonna play this real quick because we're gonna jump into Mr. Clack class real quick. Hold on. Little known Black history fact, Mr. Clack's class. All right. Check this out. Well, I'm gonna do the fact first, and then I'm gonna play the other one because the other one.
Just like this, the French was dominating this area. And whenever there were Black people who ran away from the plantations, they would get branded. And the brand would be a logo of the French heraldry. It's the fleur de lis. And they would get branded on their shoulder, or they would get branded on their cheek with this fleur de lis logo.
Check this out.
And what's interesting about this logo, now today, this same logo is the logo for the New Orleans Saints football team. So a football team dominated by Black people playing today are walking around with logos of runaway slaves.
And it's so ironic that so much of the brutality meted out against African men, against Black men, is supposedly because we are lusting for white women. Something.
What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? I don't know. They got it right in our face. But the whole point that I wanted to play that, we were speaking about Nelly, Snoop, Soulja Boy, and whether or not they sold out, whether or not, whatever. And I stumbled across this video a couple years back. It was actually I posted it on my page. If you want to see the whole entire video, you can go onto, you can scroll down my Facebook on this page down some. It's a couple years back. But this guy, I believe he's an entertainer from Brooklyn or somewhere. Check this out.
1967 Kerner Commission report on urban disorder, when Black people said, yo, we're tired of this system. You know what I mean? This system is oppressing us.
This is not
so
the entire
we rebelled
video.
against the system. We burned things. We said, yo, we had enough. He did his little report on what caused these riots. He said, what caused these riots? He said it was young children who started these riots, and what was motivating them was a high self-esteem and an enhanced racial pride. He said the majority of the rioters were high school dropouts, but they had a higher political orientation than their peers who did not drop out. And they saw the system as their enemy, so they attacked it in the right circumstance. So fast forward to 1992. Same thing. #1 record on the radio, we had Fight the Power. Fight the Power is on the radio. Rodney King is beaten before the world. The Black youth rebelled against the system. Again, they did it again. And why? What primed them? Positive hip hop. Primed them. Fight the Power, X-Clan, Brand Nubian. You had these groups out here who were pushing, who were politically orienting Black kids in the right direction, giving them the proper prompters that they needed so that they can respond properly to oppression. All right? In 1967, when the riots happened, he saw that the self-esteem and the racial pride was fueling this. So he said, how do I bring that down so that they will not riot? And what he did, he flooded the airways with black exploitation movies. Nigga Charlie and the Return of Nigga Charlie. These were movies. Hip-hop didn't start calling people niggas. We had Shaft. We had Coffee. Black girl turned prostitute to do whatever, you know what I mean? But these black exploitation movies brought down the self-esteem and the racial pride so that the kids will not rebel against this system of oppression. 92,
Crazy.
the racial pride was back in effect. We had black kids going to Dr. Ben Yuckinen lectures. We were spending our money to go see Farrakhan speak as opposed to going to a strip club. This is where we were. The most coveted article of clothing was a historically black college or university sweater.
I remember
We
those. I
were
remember
motivating
those.
children towards positive attitudes and lifestyles. And when Rodney King got the beating, heads responded properly. Fast forward to our day. Sean Bell is shot 50 times in the street in New York by police officers. #1 song on the radio, Like a Lollipop. Nobody do nothing. Nobody respond to nothing. Trust me. Just like the brother, I believe it was JT, the bigger figure, who said that the label executives came to him and said, yo, brother, we need you talking about guns and whores. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That happens. I've been in those meetings with management and had to ask me, is what you're saying really what you believe, so that we'll know how to market you properly? You know what I mean? This happens. Young Buck on his album, he has a song on his album that talks about police terrorism. The label said absolutely not. Jimmy Iovine said absolutely not. You cannot put that record on the album because it might create an atmosphere that might put police officers' lives in danger.
Right.
So they took the record off, but they let.
All right. So what he went on to say was they took that one record off. They made him take the one record off. But all the other 14 other songs on the album talking about killing other black people, they allow him to keep on the album, on the record, on the album. So, I'm not the most religious person. I don't know the Bible back and forth. I'm not a Bible thumper by far, but I do know. Let's see. This starts to hum as well. Next person, that's just real. People have to be mindful of what they expose the children to. Yes, they're right. So, correct me if I'm wrong. I know I know there are a lot of people out there that know the Bible way better than me. But if Lucifer was an angel at one time, right? And he got banished out of heaven or something, however the story goes. But he was the angel of entertainment or, whatever, right? So entertainment includes music and arts and all that type of stuff. So somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Believe I'm right. Well, it's something that I tell my students all the time. Because if you really think about it biblically, if I am correct, or along the lines of correct, when I'm speaking about really some static, y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna just keep talking. What's up, Kermit? So if I'm right, that includes music, art, all that type of stuff. Now my phone is all the way turned down. But anyway, all right, so if you look at it in today's light, that would include social media, that would include the music, that would include, movies, video games, all of that stuff that's influencing our children, everybody, because you can, I say it all the time. You can put on a song that would make you want to, I remember playing football. We used to listen to Master P. Da, 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 if the mother, you know what I'm saying? And that would get us in the mood to go out there and hit somebody and try to knock their head off, or when you can put on a song and it can, put you in the mood to go, you and your girl, do what y'all do. You can put on a song and it make you feel like praising the Lord. You can put on a song and it make you feel like driving 100 miles an hour down the highway, So if you sending out these messages in our music, because, I know I'm gonna make some people mad when I talk about the over sexualization of our female rappers, but it's the truth, and that was kind of what that brother was talking about when he said what he said, because the music, the record labels don't really want you to push positivity. They don't really want positive. If that were the case, then there wouldn't be people riding around talking about spinning the block and shooting people and making music and making videos, people standing up the grave and doing all type of weird stuff. So what I'm saying is, yeah, emotions, but what I'm saying is, it all can be kind of tied back biblically, and again, I'm gonna say I'm not the most religious person, but the message in the music is saying, not go out and be the best person that you can be. It's not saying go out and help your brother in there, help your brother, help your sister. It's not saying none of that. It's saying go buy all the jewelry and buy all the cars and all the clothes and do all that. And while you're doing all that, stay in the hood, stay doing all type of stuff, doing all. What other genre of music does that? I remember when Thug Life first came out, drill rap, that's exactly what it is. Remember when Thug Life first came out, and it was, baggy clothes, it was, then it was gangster rap, it was, all of that. And, it kind of did trickle into shooting people or killing people or whatnot in the music. But the way that it's gotten out of control now, it's just, these people are actually doing what they say they're doing. And it ain't really, it's hard to figure out a way to reach out to these kids in these gangs, because they don't have traditional gangs like how we had when we was growing up. It's not really a big homie, anymore. It's not really just this gang and that gang. It's blocks, it's cliques, it's, all type of stuff. You might have a kid that's in 4 or 5 different gangs out here. How do you tell somebody that shot your cousin to not want to see that person, receive the same fate? That's why people say that gangs will never go away, because it's always somebody feeling some type of pain because somebody in their family or that somebody on their side got taken away. A lot of people don't understand that, Hell, I don't really even understand it. I've had people lost, but it's something in me that says, the rest of my life is behind bars. That's a long time, man. I've never, done no long time in jail or in prison or whatnot. I've done a couple overnighters or whatnot, but I can only imagine. But some type of way we got to get through to these kids, because you like the man said, like back in the day, back when Rodney King was getting beat, the number one song on the radio was "Fight the Power." Like now it's, hell, I don't even know. I'd be scared sometimes to turn the radio on. I don't even hardly listen to the radio. But I don't know. But I feel like everybody should go and watch the rest of the whole video in its entirety. It's on down my page. Just scroll down. You can find it on YouTube. I should have put the link up, but I was thinking about too much before. I should have put the link up. But I don't know. So any feedback y'all want to give about anything that I've said so far. Any feedback about what I've said so far? Again, like I said, every time I come on, I'm gonna try to listen, try to put up a little known Black History fact, especially since Black History Month is coming up. But it doesn't matter. I'm always gonna teach our history. That's just. Is that Tato? What's up, Tato? I'm always gonna have something to try to enlighten those. Even myself learned something about our history that is not commonly known. We all know Dr. King. We all know Malcolm X. We all know Rosa Parks, and but how many people knew about the Saints, about the Saints symbol? I didn't. I didn't. So again, just try to be knowledgeable about what's going on. I know one thing. Let me say this real quick, because we don't. You know how like we quick to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and we quick to go out and celebrate Independence Day, and we quick to go out and celebrate all these holidays, and that's cool. That all that's cool. But how many people that are not Black are quick to go out and celebrate something in February? How many people are ready to go out and celebrate anything that's Black? Hell, Black people ain't even trying to celebrate it. That's just, I don't understand, but that's just how we are. That's how it is. We quick to go out and shoot buy $200-$300 worth of fireworks on the 4th of July, but we won't celebrate Juneteenth. Like we won't celebrate Juneteenth. We quick to go celebrate Cinco de Mayo, but we won't celebrate Juneteenth. Real quick to go out, put on all the green that you want, buy green beer, drink green drinks all day long, and but you won't celebrate, I don't even anything. It's just we got to get to and I feel bad because it's been a long time since I've celebrated Kwanzaa. I feel bad. I feel almost hypocritical. But at the end of the day, I'm not out here celebrating all these other holidays. What's up, Belgian? I forgot to call you back, man. I'm sorry, bro. I'll call you later. But we gotta celebrate ourselves. We don't hardly even know where we come from. I was watching Samuel L. Jackson, a documentary about him yesterday, matter of fact. He found out he traced his roots back to where he came from on the east coast of Africa. His people were, of course, involved in the slave trade. He took and found where he was from, and he basically was made back into his. They basically initiated him back into his tribal, his tribe or whatnot. I thought that was pretty dope. Like, I wonder where I come from. I wonder where we come from. Like that's crazy. I don't know how many people actually know where they actually come from. Most white people know that they are Irish, and most white people know that they are English descent, or if they Slavic or whatever. But all we know is we from Africa. That's where Black folks come from. Like that's all we know. But it would be cool to find out exactly. I think I might try to do that. Yeah, but it is what it is. I'm not trying to preach to the choir. I'm not trying to say I'm holier than thou or better than anybody. It's just, we got to recognize certain things. We got to celebrate our own culture, and we got to demand that people celebrate ours too. Not even demand. Let me not even say that. But we not be so freely with celebrating everybody else's without at least recognizing our own. And I feel like that. I really do. I feel strongly about that. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in on this Saturday night. Y'all could be anywhere, but y'all chose to tap in with Mike Clack, and that's cool. I don't really plan on being on here too long. Let's y'all want to somebody want to say something. I see some people on. Deltram, what's up, man? Mr. Taylor, Chuck Taylor, what's up? Tato, always good. Miss Coulter, I appreciate you. Miss Brock, thank you for coming. Chris Caleb, what's up, bro? Kermit, everybody else I think I spoke to already. You're exactly right, John. You're exactly right. We do need to find out exactly. We need to. I think it's just the DNA test and they can go back. Trace your roots. I think it's. I'm not sure. I'll look up how much it costs. I don't think it's that much though. I appreciate it, man. But yeah, we need to figure it. We need to find out. The show started off for those of y'all that just came in. The show started off. I played some DL Hughley, and then I went on to Mr. Clack's classroom. The reason why I titled this podcast Mr. Clack's class. Everybody know I've been in education for a long time. That's pretty much all I know. And when I'm in the classroom, I always had a hard time trying to keep kids out of my classroom that were not in my class. Everybody wanted to be in Mr. Clack class. Now, it's not because I, was just allow people to get away with murder, because I didn't. I'm definitely not that teacher. I'm not that person that just let kids get away with murder. But I have a way with communicating. What's up, Rich? I have a way with communicating. B. Marie, I appreciate you. I have a way of communicating with youngsters. And I don't necessarily believe in strengths and weaknesses, even though I know everybody has strengths and weaknesses. I try to be more of a glass half full type person. So I believe that we should believe that we have powers and superpowers. And one of my superpowers would be communication with the youth. And it's not easy to communicate. It's actually a gift. It really is. Because a lot of times a kid won't open up to you if they don't trust you. Kids are the biggest, lie detectors. They can tell when somebody, when somebody's being genuine. They say that people that dogs and babies are good lie detectors, because if a baby ain't feeling you, they're gonna scream and cry. They ain't gonna let you pick them up. They ain't gonna let you hold them. They're gonna, but then, that same baby might go to another stranger, and you're like, well, what's going on? Why that baby wouldn't let me hold him? It's because you might not, you might not be that person that you think you are. You might not. You might got some demon in you. It's who knows? I'm not. But a dog. Some dogs. Not even some, like all dogs. Some people can go around a strange dog and the dog be cool, and the next person come through and the dog try to rip the fence down trying to get to him. Might want to think about who that is, what they're doing around you. What's up, Miss Terry? Again, I appreciate y'all for stopping in on this Saturday evening. And Snow said he got a coat drive for the homeless, Flint Urban Youth Mentors. He got his cash up in there. Got his cash up there. Also, I forgot. I also have a blanket drive going on right now. The box is at King Cigar Lounge. I need to go up there and check it and see how many blankets I got. I ain't been up there in a minute. But yeah, I'm planning some things here in the future, because I've never really been a person to this. Like, see, this right here is not really my thing. This is not my real comfort zone. It's getting on here talking, and I'm more of a tell me what the plan is and point me in the right direction, and let's go make it happen. Let's go do it. I'm not really the let's get out here and be the face of something. That's not really me. But I figure I already have the platform. already, let's just go, let's just see how it goes. So I appreciate everybody again for stepping out there with me on my first day back. It's been a while, it's been a couple years. That's that's not Flint water, that's bottled water right there. Not just being real though. But yeah, so we need to help each other, support each other. Andre all day. What's up, man? How you doing? Hey, come on, man. I ain't come on, Lee. That's my homeboy G Lee, man. So yeah. So yeah, that's one thing. Flint Schools does own all of their buildings. I kind of said I wasn't going to touch too much on local, and I'm actually, I don't want to say I'm not glad that I'm off the school board, but I it was kind of stressful. There were some hard days, but I'm glad that I was able to serve for those 2 years. I'm glad that I was able to get the experience and see what I was able to see from behind the scenes. It's rough. I'm gonna tell you. Like I don't know if y'all remember. I don't know if y'all remember when we were trying to negotiate the teachers' contracts, and the teachers were mad. Well, they were real mad. And I remember I went to a meeting and I pulled up in the parking lot and they were picketing. And I was like, oh my God, man. So when I pulled up, they started surrounding my car. They surrounded my car. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm one of y'all. But, it was hard being on the other end of the table, seeing my friends or seeing people that I've worked with over the years and seeing that I really couldn't tell them, why we couldn't give them a real reason why we couldn't get it straight. That was hard. That was one of the hardest things that I had ever had to do was, face those people that I work with. Sometimes some of them, shoulder to shoulder every morning for, years. Some of them, it was hard for me. That was hard. But I'm glad we got it situated. I'm glad that the negotiation team, got it together, and I'm glad that they, came to an agreement. We still need to pay those teachers more, but it's hard when you got a district that's got less than 3,000 students in it. Yeah. So again, I'm glad that I had the opportunity to serve. I'm glad that I had the opportunity to influence some of the projects or some of the things that are going on right now. I'm proud of what we did as a board. I'm proud of it's hard knowing that a lot of the work that we did is going to raise the taxes for the residents. That's hard, knowing the hard pill to swallow, because it's a give and take, because the city deserves new facilities, new schools, better schools. The residents deserve, the students deserve a new school. They deserve for all these old buildings to be knocked down and transformed into something, or whatever. Of course, that those buildings are old, so a lot of them, most of them have asbestos, and you can't just knock down a building that's got asbestos. You got to abate the asbestos and do all, take the necessary precautions to get all that asbestos out of there before it gets into the atmosphere and becomes airborne. But on the other hand, when you put new stuff up, when you put new stuff up, that raises the taxes for the people that are already strapped for cash in the area. So, again, like I said, on one hand, I feel great because we were able to do so much, with those ESSER dollars. We were able to do a lot of renovations. We were able to do, homes in Brownell. If you haven't been up there, you need to go up there, and see what's going on. There's a lot of, a lot of projects that were completed while I was on the board. It's still being completed now. And I don't want to just single-handedly take credit for nothing because it was a board of 7. Of course, I served as president for a year, vice president for another year. But it took all 7 of us working together. Of course, I know it wasn't easy. We had some meetings, but at the end of the day, I'm proudly saying that we weren't city council, and I'm not trying to bash city council. I'm not, because that's not what I'm here for. But there were no meetings where we, had to remove people or, put people out, or, we didn't have meetings like that. I remember, one time I banged the gavel on the table and I was trying to get Secretary Claudia Perkins to be quiet. And I told her she was out of order. And she looked at me. Y'all know how she be looking. She looked at me and she said, "You out of order." And it wasn't easy banging a gavel on the table, trying to tell somebody that was old enough to be my mom, they was out of order. And she wasn't going for it. Y'all know Miss Perkins ain't going for that. She looked right back at me and said I was out of order. So I'm like, a lot of use this hammer doing over here on this table, but it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. It taught me that learning Robert's rules, and being able to conduct a meeting, and being able to conduct a meeting, it takes practice. And y'all know a lot of times that we heard a lot of complaints about people. Y'all always taking trips. The trips, I learned a lot. I learned a lot on those retreats. I learned a lot on those, those conferences. A lot of the times, some of the classes I went to were strictly to learn about Robert's rules, and that's why you can hear me sometimes if I go to city council meetings, and you can hear me say, "You can't do that." Like I have a Robert's Rules book that I keep in my bag, because in my mind, you're never going to be able to master Robert's Rules. It's there's so many. If it were easy, then it wouldn't be a thick book, with chapters in it. I think that you need to be, before you get into this political game, you need to be well studied on Robert's Rules of Order, regardless of what type of office you're trying to hold, because that's the way that meetings are conducted, and you're expected to follow the rules, Robert's Rules of Order. And again, I didn't really know. I ain't gonna say really. I didn't know nothing about Robert's Rules of Order. All I know is what everybody else knew from watching Eric. Point of order and point of information. Then I learned. I learned what they were, what they were about, what reasons why you would call a point of order, why you would ask for point of information, or request for information, or to call the question, or to appeal the ruling of the chair. And when you ain't got the majority, when somebody appeals your ruling, you feel about this big, because you done ruled on something or ruled somebody out of order, and then they got the majority. So you just basically sitting there looking crazy, because you can't win nothing, and I experienced that on the board. But all in all, I think we ended up getting over some rough patches, and we ended up getting a lot of good work done. What meetings? One of the best board meetings is the Gloria Coles for Public Library. I haven't been to one of those meetings in a long time. As a matter of fact, it was before I got on the school board. Nope, I went to one meeting when I was on the school board. I think I went to one meeting right after we made our appointments, or it might have been right after we voted to rename the library after Gloria. I can't remember. But again, those are some of the accomplishments that we had as a board, renaming the library after the first Black director. I'm sorry, Gloria Coles. I'm sorry, excuse me. I think that was I think that was pretty dope. I don't even know what word else to describe it. But it is what it is. So it's 5 to 9. I'll probably be on for another 5 minutes, make it a hour. I appreciate y'all again for coming on. Hopefully I said something to make y'all want to come back. I'm not sure exactly how often I'm gonna be on. I'm not sure exactly what all subjects I'll be touching on. We'll see. I don't know. So I will you can put, matter of fact, you can just inbox me any subjects that you think you want to talk about, you want me to talk about. I also, if you go down, if you look on my page, look at my videos, look at my pictures, you can see that when I first started, I was doing interviews because, again, it's not easy to just sit here by yourself and just talk. I was doing interviews, so I interviewed a couple of people. I might get back to that. Since I'm not, well, I still am on one board, but not really I'm not, doing anything major right now. I might start going, taking the camera places and, going live and letting people know exactly what's going on. I think that's really how I started off. Actually, that is how I started off back in the day, was when there was a shooting up there on, I think it was Russell Saginaw and Russell maybe. And I went live at the, after that shooting. I think they shot up that lady and the baby, and it was like 140 or 50 shots in the house. And I went live, and it was like 2,500 people watching on my live when I was up there. And I'm like, wait a minute, like I can let people know stuff. I go to stuff like this. It was a balloon release. That's what it was. And people were watching. So, that kind of what's got this whole thing started. So yeah. So before I get off, I want to give a shout out to everybody, all the content creators. John Snow, good looking out for checking in. James, thanks for checking in. Rich, thanks for checking in. Y'all make sure y'all watch 810 News Media Group. Make sure y'all watch Terrence, Flint After Dark. Make sure y'all watch Rich. He go live every morning at 8:30. Make sure y'all go over and watch Carol and Stephanie. Go watch Miss Liz. That's my girl right there. Miss Liz, Dr. Weaver. Watch everybody, get all the information, get everybody's perspective. And don't just be on here not liking people because somebody else don't like them. Like we're grown. Let's keep everybody. Let's keep it grown. Let's act our ages and not our shoe sizes. And I'm not saying that to anybody. I'm just saying, like, let's keep it grown. Let me see. Did I miss anybody's podcast? Did I miss anybody's? I think I got everybody, didn't I? If I didn't, Art go live. Watch Art. I'm not sure how often. I think he just goes kind of sporadic. Make sure y'all watch Art. Make sure you support everybody. I know some people might not like what I got going on, so that's cool. That's cool. Just go watch what you want to watch. That's cool. I know some people might not like me because I'm associated with other people. That's cool too. It is what it is. But again, I support everybody. I forgot Councilman Davis. You got to watch Councilman Davis, the King of Blues. You got to watch him, support him. And Miss Beverly Mike's side. Who else? Did I miss anybody, y'all? I don't think I missed nobody. I don't think I missed anybody. But anyway, if I did, try it to my head, not to my heart, because it's not, again, I didn't mean nothing by it. I'm trying to name everybody to make sure everybody gets some support. I appreciate y'all again for coming out support me on my first day back. And again, this should be, the first of many to come, hopefully. And, somebody else go live so I can watch, because I was watching, hey, James, I was watching y'all before I came on here. Y'all go back live so I can have something to do. So I've been on for an hour, so I appreciate y'all. Salute. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Click on that like, share. Once I get on get on YouTube, I'll let everybody know. I'll be on streaming on both platforms, but I got the free version of the StreamYard. I ain't got the paid version just yet. So we gonna rock with this for a while, and we gonna see how it goes. So I hope y'all liked it. Inbox me if you want me to cover something, want me to talk to somebody. It is. Oh, my bad. Let me see what Rich said. Rich Jones say Ray Vaughn petitions available Tuesday and Thursday at Oak Business Center, 5 to 7. Justice for Ray Vaughn rally. Excuse me. At City Hall, Saturday at 3. All right, make sure y'all go out and support Rich. I'll be there, Rich. If I ain't Saturday, I might be. But yeah, so make sure y'all support if you can. Thank you. Y'all have a good evening.